Brother Salih again from the Zeptepi Institute, and I wanted to go further to say that as a concentration and as a focus, I have begun to see that going back into ancient Egypt, or Kemet, to begin to investigate the spiritual systems that exist then would probably be well worth the effort and rewarding if one put the energy into it. So I have been doing that for the last 45 years. And what I found is that at the core of our spiritual systems, and this was so whether back at the original time in that area of Egypt and Samaria and down into South Africa where everything really originated from, or if we look at our sojourn into Western Africa and the establishment of the Songhai Empire, or if you came through our sojourn of slavery into this country, at the core of our spiritual system has always been something called trance. And trance is a meditative state that's achieved by manipulation of the rate of breath and the amount of oxygen that one takes into themselves. Now, just for simplicity's sake and to just make a point, there are different degrees of trance and different kinds of things that can be done with those degrees. A light, what we might call a mediumistic trance, is excellent for accelerated learning, for maybe establishing patterns of thinking and behavior in terms of repetitive, repeating things into our own minds or with our own voice. But there are also other deeper forms of trance, one called waking trance, when you are actually breathing at a rate of probably at least 3 breaths a minute, but have taken in larger amounts of oxygen using a system called diaphragmatic breathing. And this trance state is one that you can go into and not only impact the energy that comes from yourself, but actually tie into the consciousness and the source of your being. A being that is everywhere present. A being that every sense and ability to receive from the creation itself, some internal view of it, you're connected to it. And it is everywhere present and has been at all times. This is what was called by Wafdeen Muhammad when he first came in as the divine mind. This is what the Christians are talking about when they talk about the Christos. This is what we're talking about when we began to look at this symbolism around the order of Melchizedek that is weaved throughout your Old Testament and then, spoken of as a support in the New. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted to bring us back to something that actually originated civilization in all bodies of knowledge, to rejuvenate our creative intelligence. And I'm telling you that the beginning of that development begins with our use and practice of the trance state through meditation, because that's how our ancestors got it. If you study clearly, you'll see that even Prophet Muhammad did work to be in the trance state, and through that trance state is how he received the Quran. This is Brother Salih. Once again, thank you for listening to me. Peace be with you.